Today is the memorial of St. Margaret Mary Alacoque, and she's most well known for her visions of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Well, she wasn't the first to have these visions. We know, for instance, that St. Gertrude in the 13th century was given those visions of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and his great love and mercy pouring out through his heart. St. Gertrude really was just kind of a precursor. It was for the devotion spread through different convents and religious orders, but not to the general public. When our Lord appeared in the 17th century to St. Margaret Mary, it was then that he said, okay, now is this going out to all the world, this time when they need to hear of my incredible love that is being poured out from my heart. And so we look at the Sacred Heart devotion, and there's this call to recognize his incredible mercy and love that we can't earn. We don't have to earn his love, but rather it is given freely. And on the other side, also this call to reparation to his heart, making repairs for the way that he has been neglected and ignored, and the sacrileges against him. I was watching a video recently from one of the Marian Fathers who was answering a question, and someone said, Sacred Heart or Divine Mercy, which is better, which should I do? And it made me think about the person who said, I've always made this pilgrimage to Our Lady of Lourdes every year, but now I feel like I'm called to make a pilgrimage to Our Lady of Guadalupe, and will Our Lady of Lourdes get upset? Well, it's the same lady. It's the same lady. And so with Jesus, the Divine Mercy and the Sacred Heart, it's the same heart. The revelation of Divine Mercy, the rays of blood and water that come forth from his heart, that's coming from his heart. It's a further development of our understanding. Now, Father Don Calloway was saying that there's more of a focus with Divine Mercy on the merciful love of Jesus, that we all receive that mercy, and with the Sacred Heart there's more of the focus on the reparation part, but it's the same heart. So it's not like they're in competition with each other. And that's one of the things we have to get. Even if it were different people, for instance, a saint and another saint, for instance, there's no competition in heaven anyways. But both of these are revelations of God's love for us, and his love and his call for us. And in the first reading today, we hear St. Paul to the Romans talking to them. Now, he's never met the Romans. He's not been to Rome yet. He's kind of preparing his way by writing this letter to them. He says, because he knows he's going to be going there. And he says, among whom are you also, who are called to belong to Jesus Christ, to all the beloved of God in Rome, called to be holy. And not just those in Rome, all in the world, we are all called to be holy. And this holiness comes from, first, being open to the mercy of God that is pouring out from his heart, allowing his heart, which is so on fire for love of us, to inflame our hearts with his love, with his mercy, with his forgiveness. And then secondly, to then desire to make reparation to his heart for the ways that others don't. I mean, we got this prayer from Our Lady, I think it was from the Angel of Fatima. But it's a prayer that speaks to this, and we can gaze upon the Eucharistic heart of Jesus as we say, my God, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love thee. I beg pardon for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love thee. Lord, I am giving you my love, my promise of belief, and all these things for those who don't believe. I will make reparation for those who don't make reparation, for those who don't love you. Through the intercession of St. Margaret Mary, may we allow God's mercy and love to pour into our lives, and then return that love, because our love is always a response. It's never, I love you, God. It's always, I love you too, because he's always saying, I love you first. But then to respond by saying, I love you too. I believe, I adore, I hope, I love you. I will make reparation to your heart for all those who reject you, for all those who are cold or indifferent towards your love.